Hello and welcome to True Perspective. Today I have with me an exciting guest, and I'm so delighted to have him here with me on True Perspective. He is one who is dedicated to education, to leadership, and also to technology. He once served as a parent co-chair of the St. David's Catholic School Parents Council, and until recently, he was the chair of the St. Benedict's Catholic Secondary School Parent Council. Again, this man is someone who never stops learning. He never stops learning. Beyond education, he is a seasoned information management consultant and a cybersecurity analyst. He is an alumnus of Cambrian College here in Canada, the University of Benin, and Ryerson University, now known as Toronto Metropolitan University. Currently, he serves as an IT manager with the Catholic School Board, and is an active member of the Ontario Association for School Business Officials. Above all, Mr. Tayo Kelly Kopola is a dedicated father, a loving husband, and a valued member of the community. Please join me in welcoming a friend of my family, a big brother, an incredibly resourceful personality, a professional, Mr. Kelly Kopola. Hey, welcome my Oga, my big bros, my daddy, everything. Welcome, sir. Please just introduce yourself by yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Joy. I'm glad I was able to make it down here. Again, I want to appreciate you and your family. I know we've been friends for a while now. It's been a very, very productive relationship.
Yes,
so
yes.
Just so I should mention that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Again, like you said, my name is Tayo Kelly Kopola.
So please tell us, how was it for you when you came?
In my case, what I would say motivated me to come to Canada was basically my family. Okay, my family and the need and to explore. I've always been very ambitious when it comes to career. It will surprise you that I've worked for a couple of companies. Back home in Nigeria, I actually started in dredging.
Okay.
I worked a family company, dredging.
Is it Schlumberger?
No, very small dredging company. My family owned a dredging company in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
So I was just excited to join them to say, I want to go to the sea. I want to join you. I want to see how it looks like, I worked there briefly. While I was there, I gathered a couple of friends, gained some experience. After that, I moved to the bank, the finance sector. I was in the bank for about 10 years.
Okay.
My experience with the bank also helped build that foundation. Okay, that is currently helping me here in Canada. I worked in the bank as a relationship officer. I left the bank as a branch manager. Coincidentally, maybe I should let you know, my wife was also a banker.
Instead of you to be doing accounting, you are looking at wife.
Yes, of course.
It's part of the career.
That's the motivation. Now, my wife was working in Bayelsa, a different part of the country, not even branch.
Yeah.
I was in Port Harcourt. My wife was in Bayelsa. So, of course, God and in His infinite wisdom brought us together to become a man and a wife. Then after that, I was still not satisfied. Not that I wasn't contented. I just wanted to explore. I've always had this mindset of there's something wrong in exploring the unknown. I thought, okay. My background, my first degree was in chemical engineering.
Okay.
My second degree was in business administration. I have masters in business administration. So I said, okay, now that I'm grounded with a little bit in engineering, why don't I explore the oil and gas? So from banking, I moved. I worked briefly with Share Nigeria, Share Nigeria Exploration Company in Lagos. I was with Share for about 8 years. I did another 8 years. When I was leaving Share, if I remember, my manager then, my supervisor was like, "But you just joined us not quite 8 years. Where are you moving to again?" Now, at that point, I already made up my mind that I was going to move my family to Canada. Yes. Again, if you share a vision that accommodates your family, it makes life very easy. So what do I mean? My wife shared the same vision, and she was really interested in that. Okay, maybe we should move outside the country because we'll be traveling. I had two of my kids outside the country at some point. I've traveled, I'll be privileged to travel around. So it gave me that background, that orientation. That has really helped me. So we made up our mind to move over to Canada. Maybe I should, in all honesty, when I moved to Canada, I didn't plan to stay.
But you wanted to move. Yes. You want to move your family, but you didn't want to stay.
Yes, I've always wanted to travel to Canada. But again, when you move, there's always that fear.
Fear of the unknown.
Fear of the unknown. Yeah, you're always unsure, fear of the unknown. And I didn't resign my job before I moved. I resigned my job right here in Canada.
So, because you didn't plan to stay.
Exactly. So while I was still here, I was still working, keeping the nights and burning the candles because of the time difference. So it wasn't easy, it wasn't funny. So my first 6 months when I moved into Canada, I saw the experience. My wife was struggling to manage the kids. She was struggling to cope with her job, managing 3 little kids that were giving us a run for our money. So at that point I said, no, she's not going to be able to handle this alone. So at that point, we had a discussion, myself and my wife and some members of my family. The kids were still very young to understand what was going on. So we had a heart discussion, and it's very, very detailed discussion. So at that point, I made up my mind. I said, okay, I'm not going back. I know it's going to be tough. So I called my office back in Nigeria. I spoke with my manager. I had a meeting. I said, I've decided to stay back. So they didn't like it anyway. They didn't like it. They were like, oh, we're in the middle of a project. I was actually working a project, Bonga Southwest project, an offshore FPSO project. I was part of the team. I was an information management consultant with Share. Information management, partly into IT and partly into helping Share to my office there in that project to organize information. So it wasn't taken lightly. They didn't take it with a very good handshake. They're like, but you promised you were going to be working remotely. You're going to return back to Nigeria. But again, I said, my family comes first.
Absolutely.
My family is the motivation why I came in the first place. I weighed the options. It wasn't easy, leaving your comfort zone, and you are coming to a space where you are not even recognized. First of all,
you are not even sure.
You are not even sure what to expect. Your credentials are not recognized directly. And if you are not lucky, you are coming into a regulated industry. Maybe, for example, you are coming as an engineer. It's very well regulated. Or you're coming, as a doctor, a medical doctor in the medical field. They are very well regulated, so it becomes a little bit challenging. But in my own case, my transition was not too difficult because I was able to recognize the fact that it's going to be a massive change for me.
Because I know that for men, it's really difficult when you say you have all this and then you come here, what am I doing? It starts, depression starts coming in, there's problem in the home and all that. Sometimes the wife even is the one that starts working and, so tell us your own experience with that.
Yeah, again, there's no one method fix all, okay? Like I said, our motivations are unique to every family, every individual. So also our expectations. In my case, like I said, I already have a family who shared same vision. I have a family. We already had that discussion. Again, moving here is a different challenge. It's a very, very different challenge. It's your responsibility, first of all, to identify that challenge. It's a massive change. in my case, what I did, I knew it was going to be a massive change. I had a little bit of preparation. How do I mean? I did my credential evaluation for those who were privileged to go to school. Okay? Like I said, everybody's situation is unique to that individual. If you're privileged to have gone to school in Nigeria, I just made sure I evaluated my credentials to fit into the Canadian system. I did a bit of research before coming, and okay, that has helped me too. I did a bit of research. I knew what I wanted. I always knew my dream. I always knew how to pursue my dream, but how to realize it is a different ballgame. It's one thing to know how to do it. It's another thing to really realize your dream. So coming here is a massive change. There's going to be culture shock. There's going to be weather issues. The operating conditions are going to be different. Of course, it's going to be different for everybody. And again, what I think really helped me was that paradigm shift.
Your mindset.
Yes, your mindset matters a lot. A reorientation. And your ability to manage your expectations. Can I give you a scenario? You grew up in a country of your birth, okay? You've had over 40, let's say 4 decades of your life living in your comfort zone. And you are moving to a different country where most careers in civilized countries starts from the age of even as low as 18, 19.
16, 17.
So you are coming in your middle age.
What
do you want to accomplish? Now, you can still accomplish a lot, but it depends on your mindset. Your ability to manage your expectations. Don't put too much pressure on your shoulders. Set realistic goals. For example, you could be a business mogul back home. You could be a very successful top management personnel, as the case may be. Just know that you are coming to a country you don't even know
the system yet.
So you have to reprogram your mindset. Don't expect too much. You have to take it one step at a time. You have to be ready to start from the scratch. Now,
you know that when Pastor DME was here, and he mentioned something. He said, find your kind.
Oh, okay.
He said it. He said, find your kind. When you come here, for men who sometimes they're like, my husband would say, they don't tell us that like this. They don't inform us, you know. But, he said something, say, when you feel that kind of, find your kind. People, find your spiritual kind. If you are a church person, find your kind of church. If you are a social person, find your kind. Cultural person, find your kind. Community, association, find your. He said, you have to belong somewhere. Don't be a floater, because when you are idle, that's where thoughts will start coming. And again, the devil can only bring you devilish thoughts. So he mentioned it, and it's for men out there. If you feel that, how am I going to, get on? I have been here now for 3 years, no job. I've been here for 5 years, nothing is happening. I'm just making meager money.
Yeah. Like I said, we are all unique in our expectations. Again, your ability to manage your expectations, moderate your expectations. Now, you are 45, you are 50, you are 40. What do you expect? Now, you are coming to a place that is very well. Your assumption is that it is very organized. That is the perception before coming in. But again, that does not stop you from managing your expectations. In my case, what really worked for me, okay, if I must go granular, what worked for me is my family was my motivation. I was able to manage my expectations because I had that discussion with my family, even while we were here. The day I was resigning my job, I resigned from Shell 2018. I think that was October of 2018. I resigned right here in Canada. So I sent my laptops, all my, back through DHL to the company. Now, immediately I did that, I knew, yes, there's no going back. At that point,
you were ready for...
Yes, whatever happened, I was ready. My wife, my kids, they knew I wasn't going to be working for a while. Even if I was going to be working, I'm not going to get a similar job. Now, we are all different. What I did, I took learning very seriously. If you are coming to a new country, you have to learn to integrate. Integration is the first thing. If you come and you're already anxious of getting a job ahead of integration, it doesn't work that way. How do you integrate? School is one of them. You can decide to go to school. You can decide to network. You can decide to volunteer. There are a couple of ways you can actually do that. Canada is a society that is built around networking.
Yes.
Volunteering.
Volunteering.
Is give and take. Okay? But if you come with the mindset of, I want to take. I want to take. If that is your goal from the beginning, it's going to be a little bit tough. Of course, some people decide to channel that direction, but for somebody, a businessman, or somebody who already has an established career before coming here, you have to be ready for that change, that paradigm shift. You have to be conscious of the fact that there's no way you're going to start at the same level you were before you left Nigeria. So I was able to manage that expectation. Then the most important part of all, I made friends. My first and best friend was my family. My wife. My wife happens to be my best friend. Because at that situation, I knew, now, this is it. There's no going back to Nigeria. It's as good as losing my job in Nigeria. There's no going back. I want to stay with my family. So we had that intimate discussion. We said, okay, what do we do going forward? You have to be ready. 5 years, it's going to take me a couple of years to get back on my feet. Now, you have your expectations here, or do I say you have your goal on your right hand? You have your focus, you have your dream, it's on your right hand. Then you look at the tools. What do I need to achieve this dream? That is your left hand. Those are the tools. And what are the tools? One of them is integration. What I did for me, I don't know if it works for everybody. Because I was still in contact with my networking, my career group, my cycle. Over 80% of that group eventually also migrated to Canada coincidentally.
Wow.
So it helped me. So I was getting adequate information belonging to that cycle. Even when I moved into Sudbury, I'm still with that cycle. It's a career group. These are people that came into Canada with different kinds of focus. We have, like I said, everybody's ambition is unique to that person. Now, the first thing I did was I was privileged. I joined the Access Employment Program. It's a kind of non-governmental or non-profit making, so to speak. I was able to take a program with them. I did project management. Of course, I was already working in project back in my country. So I was privileged to be among 23 international immigrants